We are here at Cavs Media Day. Donovan Mitchell, first of all, welcome to Cleveland. Um, Obviously, the expectations are high with you being here. Talk a little bit about what your goals are through the season, and how do you manage now those high expectations that this team didn't have at the beginning of last year that they have this year.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us is how, there's going to be expectation. I've played with expectation for most of my career, if not all of my career. But for us, it's, the day-to-day. It starts with days like tomorrow, finding a way to go out there and compete and lay our foundation, build upon what we did last year. I'm excited to add to that, on both ends of the floor, competing, finding ways to win, and, just the ultimate goal is to win a championship, but like I said, it starts with days like tomorrow. You get 2 days in, you get to camp and all that stuff. So, we're excited. A lot to accomplish that we can accomplish, but you got to put the work in and get to it.
So you played on some talented teams with the Utah Jazz. Is this the most talent you've ever been around with this Cavs team?
I would say, yeah. You look at the youth that we have. We were the top 3 team before a lot of injuries, and with guys who I'm the oldest starter. That's truly impressive, and that's no slight to the team we had in Utah. We had a very talented team, but a lot of our guys were older. Mike was older, Joe older, Boyan, Rudy. Those guys were older. So now you look at these guys, we're 21, 22, 20, like whatever it is. We have a lot of promise, but ultimately, we have to go out there and put the work in. We could say, oh, man, you look scary, you look like this, you look good, whatever, but, that means nothing. We got to go out there and put the work in and build the foundation, and, I think if we do the right things, which starts with camp tomorrow, we'll be in good shape.
So you mentioned, you're one of the older guys now, which is probably a little bit new for you. What type of leader are you? What do you use? Is it more vocal, or lead by example? As being one of the older guys on the team, which is crazy to say. 26, you know what I'm saying? It's like that you're not old at all. But I mean, how do you play a league guys who just coming in the league but still high expectations for their team?
Yeah. I'm vocal when I need to be, but also sometimes just lead by example. A lot of times, when you lead, it's not always about giving out. It's all about listening to, finding ways that you can improve and get better. But more so, just going out there and just doing what I can, as far as just on the floor, defensively, offensively. If it's a 3 games or 4 nights and we're all tired and you got in late, you've got to be ready to go. That's what ultimately championship teams do. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. Nothing's promised, but for me, I've been fortunate to be around guys who are older than me and who have seen a lot, but allowed me to lead. And so they allowed me to go out there and do that. So now coming in here, I feel like I'm allowed to. I have the ability to do just that and not just be like this dictator type leader. When you think of leader, you think of a guy who just comes in and runs. Oh, sure, that's not the case. It's definitely something where it's collaborative. It's a group effort to find a way to continue to get to where we want to be, and I think we have the pieces to do just that, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
So you look at this particular team, you look at the youth. I mean, 20s, Darius Garland young, Jared Allen young, Evan Mobley young, you're young, and you guys are all locked up. Can this thing be good for a long time?
Yeah, I think so, but like I said, I can tell you this today at Media Day for sure, but we also got to lay the groundwork and do it. I think we can be good. We have a lot of talent that we can be good for a long time, but ultimately we got to do what needs to be done. It's one day for me to continue to say we look good or whatever, but we have a group that wants to win and wants to be good and wants to compete. We have not just myself, but like I said, Ev, DG, JA, Karis LeFleur, K-Love, Ricky. We have guys that want to. We just signed D Wade to an extension, who's a really big piece of what we do. And that's going to be huge, And I think that's the biggest thing is you have a young, hungry group that wants to compete and wants to win.
Can you talk a little bit more about just your ascension as a player? Right? I remember when you came out of Louisville, a lot of people were sleeping on how good you could be offensively. Right? You were more handle the ball, playmaker, but defense, energy. I remember draft combine, and people I don't think saw 25 a game score really efficient. You know, can really score with the best of them. When you think about some of the playoff runs you had, even as a rookie with Oklahoma City, who expect? I mean, a lot of people didn't expect that. So, can you just talk about to where you are now, like when you got drafted, just that essential.
Yeah, you know, I didn't expect to be where I'm at today. When I came to my rookie year, I just wanted to be in the rotation, to be honest with you. So to be here, I think is pretty dope. But you know, I'm just a guy who continues to put work in. You know, I've had good years. Unfortunately, I had a bad playoff series in my opinion last year, and I'm still going to put the same amount of work in. You know, work doesn't change, and ultimately, you know, the numbers are what they are, but the work doesn't change. You know, I got to find. At the end of the day, I don't have a ring. You know, we haven't won. You know, so now I'm coming here and looking to, you know, to do just that, find a way to win a championship with this group, and you know, I think we have the opportunity to do it. But for me, you know, the numbers can be what they are. It's great, and I'm very blessed to be able to continue to do what I do. But you know, for me, it's like, okay, how can we find a way to win with this group? How do we find a way to play into June? How do we find a way to do that? And that's ultimately where my mind is at. And you know, if it's not this year, it'll be next year. But just finding ways to continue to work and build upon that.
You look back at your time at Utah. Do you look at it as a missed opportunity? You guys, you know, best record in the league a couple of years ago, you know, and you guys just could never make that deep playoff run. Do you look back at that as a little bit of a disappointment?
Yeah, for sure. We didn't get the job done. We had expectations and we failed. We didn't get the job done, and you know, I'm appreciative of those 5 years for sure. You know, at the end of the day, we just didn't get the job done. Our time ran out, and you know, sometimes you get that clock. Sometimes that's all the time you get. So for me, that happens. You know, it's part of the business. It's part of the game. And, you know, now, you know, it's new clock. Here we are. You know, now the expectations are here. We're here with this group, and you know, that's where we're going. And I'm excited to what we have moving forward with this group. And like I said, we just got to go out there and do it. You know, fortunately, I've had 5 years of experience where we've won a bunch, we've lost, we've lost and whatnot. So I understand, you know, playoffs and what that looks like, and ultimately there's territory that I haven't reached yet, you know, as far as the conference finals and the finals. So we got to find ways to continue to build and to be able to finally get there.
And Donovan, finally, I know you got to get out of here, but since you've been here, is there a player or multiple players on the team that are like the designated people to show you around the city? Have you been around yet? Have you seen anything, any hot spots or anything that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I haven't been around much. I mean, I got traded like 2 weeks before camp, so I haven't really been out and seen nothing like that. But you know, I've asked DG, I've asked the guys where to go, where to eat. You know, we went to a dinner, I think it's called Dante.
Okay.
We went there to eat. That was a pretty dope spot. And I'm excited to see what's around. I've been here a few times, obviously, with the playing here in the away games, but you know, I've been here a bunch of times, and you know, I think I'm excited to see what the city has to offer. But like I said, I'm gonna find a place. And I was telling people before, like, it's just the vibe here is just incredible. And I knew it would be just from watching from, like I said, the stands. You wouldn't be able to tell if the team was in the playoffs or not as my way team. So I knew off rip that the fan love was going to be incredible. But you know, now to be able to be a part of the city, be a part of the team, I'm excited to see what it has to offer for sure.
And you said at the press conference that you like winter, you like the way to dress during winter. Do you have a fire coat, that hot coat that you're like, I'm going to go to that?
I got a few. My stylist, she found out, she was excited. We got some stuff we're going to work and put together, and got some coats for the cold weather. I went to high school by the lake in New Hampshire, so it was a boarding school. So I know a lot about cold winters, so it's not going to be anything new to me, but that's where you bring your best fits at, for sure. So,
Thanks, Donovan.
Thank you, sir.